All right, today we're going to dive into something pretty amazing. A world where video games aren't just about fun and games anymore. Nope, they're actually becoming some of the most powerful tools we have for designing the sustainable cities of our future.
I mean, think about that for a second. Can a video game help you plan a city or manage a natural disaster? It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? We usually think of gaming as an escape from the real world. But it turns out there's a whole special category of games being built with a very real-world mission to tackle the biggest challenges our cities are facing.
And this leads us to a completely new way of thinking about play. We're not talking about games where you just score points or beat a final boss. These are incredibly detailed simulations, and they're designed to teach, to persuade, and even to get everyday citizens like you and me directly involved in planning our own communities.
Now, there's an official term for this: serious games. It's a great name, really. The game part is what makes it fun and pulls you in, but the serious part, the purpose, that's the whole point. Just imagine a game that teaches students about circular economies by letting them manage a virtual city's waste system, or one that trains construction workers on new safety rules in a virtual world before they ever step foot on a real job site.
Okay, so here's the catch. We've got this incredible universe of powerful, purposeful games out there, but for years, finding them has been next to impossible. It's kind of like having a massive library filled with revolutionary books, but with no catalog to find anything.
You've got brilliant researchers and developers who create these amazing tools to solve very specific problems. They get published in some academic paper, and then, poof, they basically vanish. The very people they were made for, educators, city planners, the public, they can't find them.
And we are not just talking about a couple of obscure projects here. A single, comprehensive academic search dug up 156 of these games. 156! That is a huge collection of powerful tools just sitting there, effectively lost to the world, buried deep inside scholarly journals.
So this system was just fundamentally broken. These games were all over the place, totally fragmented. Most were locked away behind expensive academic paywalls, and get this, a lot of them didn't even have a link where you could actually play them. Each game was its own little island, and most importantly, the people they were made for had no idea they even existed.
But what if you could actually map that fragmented world? What if you could finally build a catalog for that lost library? Well, that's exactly the quest a team of researchers decided to take on.
They created the Atlas of Serious Games. Think of it like a one-stop shop, an interactive website that's designed to be the central hub, the one place where you can find, compare, and finally access this whole scattered universe of powerful games.
Their mission was actually pretty straightforward. It had two main steps. First up was what they called the Great Game Hunt. Basically, a massive, systematic search through all the academic databases to find every single relevant game out there. Then came step two, building the Atlas platform itself, making it a super user-friendly website so all that research becomes searchable and genuinely useful. You see, the real power of the Atlas isn't just that it's a big list of games. It's about connecting all the dots. It's about building a real, cohesive ecosystem where these tools can actually work together. So, what are these games actually about? Well, the data from the Atlas gives us a fascinating look. The biggest area of focus, with 41 different games, is energy efficiency and transition. Right behind that, you've got urban development and planning. So there's a very clear trend here. People are using these tools to actively design our future cities. But the Atlas lets you go so much deeper than just the main topic. You can filter by almost anything. You can search for games based on their purpose. Is it meant for teaching, for persuasion, or for public participation? Is it single player or multiplayer? This incredibly detailed sorting system means a teacher looking for a new classroom tool or a city planner who needs a public engagement game can find exactly what they need in seconds. This quote from the research paper just sums it up perfectly. The Atlas elevates the impact of these individual games by putting them into a bigger context. It takes one game about, say, water management and suddenly connects it to a dozen others, creating this bigger story and letting a player discover a whole new world of related ideas.
And the website itself is designed to be super simple. Every single game gets its own little card. You get a quick summary, a link to the original research paper if you want to do a deep dive, and this is the crucial part. Whenever it's available, a direct link to actually play the game. It finally bridges that frustrating gap between just reading about something and getting to experience it firsthand.
So it's really important to know that the Atlas isn't just some finished, dusty archive. The researchers behind it see it as a living platform.
It's the foundation for a future where city planning and learning about sustainability are way more interactive and, well, way more playable.
This really is the core transformation. We're moving away from all those fragmented resources and all that wasted effort, and we're moving toward a central repository that gives these games visibility and makes them discoverable. It basically turns a huge pile of isolated puzzle pieces into an interconnected world of ideas.
And the vision for the future is even bigger. The plan is to open the platform up so the developers can submit their own games. They want to help designers spot the gaps where new games are really needed, and maybe most exciting of all, they want to build out a world map so you can actually visualize where these games are being created and what global themes are starting to emerge.
So the library is no longer lost. The catalog has finally been built and the doors are wide open. The only real question left is the one you see right here. Now that this incredible map of serious games actually exists, where will you explore first?